I have finally done it, guys. I have finally read my first Ursula K. Le Guin. As you guys know, I've been trying to read more sci-fi classics, and I told a coworker that I wanted to read Ursula K. Le Guin, and he said, you have to start with the Lathe of Heaven. So that's what I did. Honestly, I've heard good things, and it's not that I didn't believe it when I heard it, but whatever praise that this book gets is absolutely not enough. I don't know how other readers are categorizing this book, but I would call this a social sci-fi. What would you call the opposite of a dystopian that keeps the same negative outcome? Like, it's not dystopian, but it is dystopian. I'm gonna stick with social sci-fi. Premise of the story here, we have our main character, George Orr, who goes to see a psychiatrist named Dr. William Haber in hopes to help him have less effective dreams. Because when George dreams, he alters reality. Anyways, what ends up happening, unfortunately, is that our doctor exploits George and takes advantage of his dreams. But before you paint him as the villain, understand that he tries to use George's dreams for the greater good. And here is where we have that catch-22. We can all agree that we would love to see racism and bigotry eradicated from the world. I'm just gonna keep going. Or most of us can agree that we'd like to see cures created for chronic illnesses so people wouldn't have to lose their loved ones. Well, Dr. Haber tries to use George's dreams to do just that. Eradicate racism, cure chronic illnesses. Essentially, he wants to bring world peace to all mankind. And as quixotic as that is, it's still commendable. But what we end up seeing in this utopia dystopia is that rooting out the ugly kills the beautiful. And the paradox within that concept is fascinating, if not also infuriating. But all in all, Ursula did her big one with this. And I don't say this often, but with everything that this story packs in, this was enough. I didn't feel like it needed to be any longer or any shorter. It felt concise, the pacing was perfect, and I really appreciated the representation. When I see my people in stories written this long ago, sometimes I get worried, but Ursula did well. The relationship between George and Heather, I loved it. And there's a part of the book, and this is a light spoiler, where he leaves one reality and enters another, and in the previous reality, Heather is gray. But in this next reality, where everyone is as they should be, he celebrates the colorful version of her. And he kind of mentions that when she was gray, that there was something wrong with that. Also, maybe I will do a video where I give some more spoilers, because I have a lot of thoughts about how this character was written. This author is a white woman, and the way that she wrote this black character, I really appreciated that, but I'll save that for a different video. Anyway, if you were ever even on the fence about Ursula K. Le Guin, absolutely do it and consider starting with the Lathe of Heaven. It's really that good.